More social media is on fire right now. So many stories dropping at the same time that people don't know what to believe anymore. But on Toxicity, you know how we do it. No fake news, no clickbait, just verified information backed by video evidence. Stay with me to the end because this one is important. Now, according to Nigerian Affairs Journal and multiple trusted media outlets, Peter Obi and Kwankwaso have left the ADC. Yes, that's the truth. Kwankwaso has asked all his supporters to resign from the ADC immediately ahead of his planned defection to the NDC next week. And Peter Obi, on the other side, is expected to make the same announcement very soon. Now, they said all lawmakers who moved to ADC from NNPP with Rabiu Kwankwaso will also be moving. And that's not all low. The lawmakers who came in with Peter Obi are expected to follow. But then again, they said there are some last-minute efforts from some coalition leaders to stop this from happening. But sources say it is unlikely to work because Kwankwas's bloc already met with NDC leaders last night to finalize everything. Now, here is the plot twist. Is this the work of the opposition falling apart on its own, or is APC behind this? And to understand that, we need to go back to where it all started. And it all started with an Atiku interview on RS News. Take a listen.
The moment, if a consensus candidate emerges within the ADC coalition, would you step aside in the interest of unity?
No, it's not the issue of stepping aside, but would I support?
Right.
I think what would I say in the coalition is that we will the first option will be to work out a consensus. If that doesn't, of course, emerge, then we go for direct president. I mean, I will support anybody who emerges.
Right. So either a consensus candidate, and that's the first option.
Yes, that's the first option as far as the party is concerned. We will aim at consensus. If we don't get it, then we go for elections.
Right. That sounds like something that will be terribly disputatious.
I don't expect we will get to that level because we are dealing with really mature politicians and experienced politicians as well.
But you're also dealing with people with huge political ambitions.
Well, that's a different thing altogether. But we have all agreed that this is the way to save democracy in this country.
You now, of course, share that political space with figures like Peter Obi, Rabiu Kwankwaso, Rotimi Amechi, Nasir El-Rufai, Aminu Tambuwal, and a host of others. I mean, some would say that this is not a partnership, this is a rivalry waiting to happen. Because if you ask many Nigerians, their concern is that this might collapse under the weight of competing ambitions.
Charles, clearly you can see that there is a generational progression there. So, I mean, if people of my generation don't get it, the people who may get it next may be the next generation. I mean, clearly you can see a generational structure there, and it's deliberate.
Right. If it comes down to one ticket, which ultimately it'll come down to, will you step aside for somebody
there
like...
There is no question of stepping aside.
What I'm asking, I want to ask you a direct question now. If it comes down to that single ticket, will you step aside for Peter Obi, for example, if he's more popular? Yes or no?
I will step aside for any winner.
Right.
Yeah.
Including Peter Obi.
Of course, if he is a contender, why not?
I mean, he was your vice presidential running mate. Would that make it a bit more difficult for you to accept him coming?
What is difficult there is
well, I don't know. That's why
politics is either you go through democracy or you go through consensus. So what is there if he emerges through, consensus, or he emerges through electoral process?
Right.
Now, you heard what Atiku said. That statement is actually what triggered the entire crisis. So here's the situation simply. According to information, Atiku said, let us go to the primaries. Let everybody contest. Winner takes the ticket. Amechi also said the same thing. Let us do the primaries. But guess what some people are saying? They said it is only Peter Obi that said, no, don't do primaries. Just give me the ticket directly. Now, here's what Peter Obi himself said about that particular primary.
National primary. Go and ask anybody. Nobody will ever tell you that Peter Obi gave money to vote for him.
What we saw in 2022 was that you said that the PDP primaries was dollarized, and then of course you jumped ship. It was a money primary. What if this one becomes dollarized?
It will not be because it's a primary.
What if it
will never be? I can tell you. We are sure. We are sure. We are determined that it will never be. That we are a new set of people ready to sacrifice.
I am asking that if Atiku Abubakar becomes a presidential candidate here, what would happen?
Nobody will be through. Everybody will emerge through a transparent primary.
Right.
I assure you of that primary. We want to build a new Nigeria. That Nigeria is the Nigerian that will be built on transparent primaries and good election, because we're going to rebuild the country. We want to start doing things properly. Can't you see our country collapsing today? You know what it means that we moved from number 8 in terrorism list in the past 3 years to number 4, and you're still talking about transnational primary. We need to start fixing it. We need to fix our country. People are dying. Mothers can't go to hospital. Children can't go to hospital. Children are out of school. Nobody is secure. Even you now, you can't travel to your village. And you're talking about transactional politics again. We want to keep transactional politics and make Nigeria work. We want to build a country where a child of nobody can be somebody without knowing anybody.
Right.
We want people to get jobs. Our children are all over the place looking for a job. They can't find food to eat.
So
and you're talking about
Yes, wishing you well, sir. I'm hoping that you get the ticket. Thank you so much, sir.
Before I continue, if you're finding this breakdown valuable, please make sure you hit the subscribe button right now and turn on your notification bell so you never miss an important update like this. Now, let me be honest with you about what is really going on here. Some people are saying Atiku was playing a smart game that backfired. The theory is this: Atiku knew that if he could get Peter Obi into a primary contest, he would use money to clinch the ticket. And once Obi participated in that primary and lost, the Electoral Act would bar him from contesting any other party. So Obi would be trapped, that's just it. But what Atiku did not calculate is that Obi saw that trap and left before it closed. Now, whether you believe that theory or not, one thing is clear. The opposition coalition that was supposed to be Nigeria's best chance at defeating Tinubu in 2027 is cracking, and every crack is good news for APC. So before you go, I honestly want to ask you 2 questions, and please, I need your response. Do you think Peter Obi is making the right move by leaving ADC for NDC? And is Atiku Abubakar a man who genuinely wants to defeat Tinubu, or is he a desperate politician who only cares about his own ambition? So let me know what you think in the comments, and are you team Atiku or team Obi right now? Drop your honest take in the comments, and what would you advise Peter Obi to do from here? So that is the full breakdown. Peter Obi and Kwankwaso are leaving ADC for NDC. Atiku pushed for primaries, they said Obi refused, now the coalition fractured, and 2027 just became even more unpredictable. Like this video if it gave you the complete story, subscribe and turn on notification, and please help us to share this video. Let's keep everyone informed. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video.